want to mention something about faith. It's been on my mind. Yesterday, I mentioned that I start my prayers by expressing my faith in God. Well, what does that mean? I don't use the exact same words every single morning, but I do begin every day afresh with an expression of faith in the one to whom I'm praying. And it's my constant daily reminder that faith is only as good as the object in whom it is placed. Faith is ultimately grounded, it's rooted in the nature of God. And nothing is more crucial to a praying person than a proper perception of who God is. In Christian theology, He's portrayed as the sovereign of the universe. He's described as spirit, as perfectly wise, as self-sufficient, omnipotent, omniscient. The Bible depicts God as the one who sees all and knows all from all eternity. So He's the one who wields supreme and ultimate authority. And therefore, from a biblical perspective, faith becomes a channel of living trust. It's an assurance that stretches from a human being to their God, and it's the object, therefore, of faith that renders faith faithful. The greatest demonstration of faith, of course, is when you trust God even when you don't understand. And I can speak of that from personal experience. As I've gone through a battle with cancer, oftentimes I don't understand why things are happening at the time. Sometimes a month or two goes by and I have a different perspective. I can look back and I can see the hand of God. So often we are not attuned to God manifesting Himself in some substantial way in your life, but oftentimes in retrospect, you can think back and say, that was the finger of God in my life. I think about an experience I had February 4, where I had a perforated appendix, and fluid was leaking into my abdomen. And I didn't know what was going on. I had sharp pains in my stomach, but a PET scan at exactly the right time revealed it to a technician who called a doctor. The doctor got an emergency team together and basically saved my life. Not basically, but did save my life. If the PET scan had been a few days earlier, it wouldn't have been revealed. If it had been a day later, I would have died of an appendix that had burst, particularly with the tumors that I had at the time in my abdomen. So it would have been a mess. In retrospect, again, I see the hand of God, and this is a beautiful thing, and it again underscores that the object of faith is what renders faith faithful. I could give so many examples of that, but we need to be more attuned to the invisible hand of God that sometimes breaks through and allows us to see something so that our faith might be strengthened all the more. I am coming to station break. We'll be back on the other side of the break with more answers to your questions right here on the Bible Answer Man broadcast. And a quick shout out to all of you who stand shoulder to shoulder with me in the battle for life and truth. You're touching the lives of people all around the globe, making a difference not only for time, but also for eternity. Again, the number to dial, 888-ASK-HANK. We'll be right back with more answers.